Hey y'all, welcome back to Purpose the Truth. Welcome to this evening's video. We're going to be talking about 5 ways that you can save money on your grocery bill and cut the cost of your food down. So if you enjoy saving money and you want to hear these 5 tips, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to share this video so everyone else can save. And if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button down below and be sure to tap the notification bell beside it so that you're notified when I upload new videos. So we all know with the price of everything going up as much as it already has, plus it is still continuing to rise, and they're saying it's still no end in sight, things are still going to continue to go up, that every way we can cut costs is a good thing. So one place that is very, very expensive now, and that is feeding your family. Food prices are getting outrageous, and a lot of people are starting to do without on account of it. So I'm going to see if I can give you these 5 tips to help you cut down on your grocery bill so that your family can eat for less and you can have fuller bellies and fuller billfolds. So these are in no particular order. These are just 5 tips. 1 is not the main one and 5 is not the least one. So to begin with is make a list and have a budget. The reason I say this is whether you are writing out a meal plan or you just put down basic ingredients that you can use in multiple recipes, you can save money by not going into a store and just randomly grabbing every single item that you see. Because in doing that, you could end up at the end of a week not using an item because maybe you didn't have everything that you needed to make the meals with that, or it will only do one meal and you could have got it something, in place of it and saved money that could have made more than one meal. So having a list and knowing what you're actually going in for can really help you out. And if you are on a budget, like most all of us are, knowing what you have to spend each week will really help and keep you from overspending. Keep you in that green, I guess you can say, and not into the red of how much you have that you can spend to feed your family without going over and possibly dipping into something that was supposed to be used elsewhere. And in doing this, you can be a lot more comfortable, a lot more stress-free each month than just randomly going in and buying a whole bunch of stuff and spending a whole lot of money and then struggling to find meals to feed your family or running out before a week or a month is over if you're having to do it paycheck to paycheck, and that can be really hard on people. So make a list and have your budget so that you know what you can spend and what you're going to spend it on. So number 2, bulk shopping. And I know this has been said, all of these have probably been said multiple times, but it never hurts to refresh our memories so that we can remember. And when I say bulk shopping, I'm talking about buying bigger packages of something, such as bigger packs of hamburger meat. Around here, you can get it cheaper if you buy it in the bigger packages compared to the small packages. And even if you're not going to eat all that up at one time, you can separate it into meals and freeze it and thaw it out as you need it, especially if you can find something that is on sale. And that's another one we're going to get to in a few minutes. So buying in bulk can make things cheaper. But another thing that I want to definitely get into is watch out for some of the tricks. In our Walmart here locally, I have been watching very carefully on the prices, and I have noticed that on certain products sometimes, this doesn't happen regularly, but buying the bigger package of something is actually costing more than if I bought the smaller package. So every once in a while with certain items, I can save money by buying the smaller packages compared to the bigger ones. And I believe that is a trick that they do sometimes to get extra money off of people, because naturally you go in there and you think buying the bigger bulk package is going to save you money compared to the smaller one. Sometimes that is not the case. So definitely know your prices and know compared to the smaller packages and the bigger packages if you are actually saving money by getting the bigger ones. So be sure to check that out and keep an eye out for that. You got to be careful around here because a lot of this stuff is getting kind of tricky on us. Every little penny they can get helps their billfold and takes away from yours. All right, number 3, clearance items. If you can find items on sale, marked down on clearance. A lot of stores has better clearance section than other ones. I've seen tons of YouTube videos in some grocery stores. They have this huge section of clearance items, from meats to cereals to oats to just everything, and it's awesome prices, awesome selection. Ours is more of a hit and miss. Sometimes there might be some good clearance items with some good clearance prices, and some of them I can get cheaper somewhere else just paying a regular price for it, and it's not that great of a deal, even though it says that it's clearance. So be sure to watch out for things like that too. So that comes to the next one, and that is shop around. You definitely want to shop around. I know it's handy. That's one thing that Walmart took advantage of, is to try to get everything that you need in one store, whether it be clothes or outdoors, or even get tires while you're buying your groceries. Save time, save money, but that is not always the case. Sometimes you're better off to purchase certain items from a different store. Sometimes you can get it cheaper in a different store, or maybe it's on sale that week in another store, and it is worth the extra drive, or it's worth the extra 10 to 15 minutes it would take you to go get them than to buy it in that store, because you can save the difference. So always be sure and shop around. Don't just buy everything in one store because you think it's going to save you money, because sometimes it can actually cost you more money in the long run than taking your time to go to another store and purchase it somewhere else. One more last one is, don't buy brand name. Okay, don't get me wrong. I know there is still some of the generic food out there that just does not taste as good as the brand name stuff. So I'm not knocking that. If you like Dinty Moore beef stew better than Great Value and you want to pay the difference, by all means go get it. If you like Velveeta better than Great Value's macaroni and cheese, do it. We prefer Velveeta's macaroni and cheese over Great Value, but adding to our prepper pantry, we have tons of Great Value macaroni and cheese because it was cheaper. You get more for the money, and well, when we're all starving to death in a pandemic or in an apocalypse, you're glad to get anything. But we're talking about your weekly budget. If you like the taste of Velveeta more and you want to pay more for it right then, go ahead. But remember, always try something out if possible. Try the generic out compared to the brand name, because if you like it just as good or sometimes possibly better, then you can save the money, and that is another way to cut down on your grocery bill, because brand name does not always mean that it is the best. We have come a long way in generic foods and the taste and quality of them compared to the brand name. So it's definitely something to do, is taste test. Taste test the cheaper brands to see if they compare to the brand names, and you can save money that way. So I hope all of these tips help you out. If you have any more that you think could help people out, leave that down below in the comment section so that we can all save money, because we know that it is getting very, very expensive, and it's not going to get any cheaper anytime soon. So stay safe, God bless you, and keep prepping.